Thank you for joining me today in this brand new expert advisor. It's called Big Ass Candle. It's only for our Patreon members. When you go to patreon.com, search for Forex Trading MQL to have access to this expert advisor. Okay, let's get right into this. This expert advisor, it takes a very large candle on the M1 time frame as we show here, and we trade in the direction of that candle. As you can see here, we opened up a sell and it closed a profit within several minutes, actually, because that is the M1 time frame. And let's take a look also at what else it does, right? As you'll see in the settings, we have to have the D1 time frame, the H4, the H1, and the M1 all going in the same direction. We don't need as large of a candle for the D1, H4, and H1, but we do need a 20 pip candle on the M1 time frame to be able to trigger that trade. And so if we look here, you'll see we have our bull trade here on the H1. Let me pull this up here. Just bear with me a moment here. Seem to have lost it here. It is right here, as you can see right there is your bear candle, not bull, bear candle. And we opened up the sell here, and then we have our daily time frame here as well. And if you notice here, December 6th here, we have the bear candle as well. And on the H4 time frame, we also have that bear candle as well. That's basically how this expert advisor works. We're going to go ahead and show you some of the results we've had. Let's take a look at that. Let's go right into it. If you were to use the Australian USD on the H1 time frame, and if you were to use a 0.05 lot size on that and test it from January of 2018 to 2025 February, you would get this type of result right here. And the profit would have been $736 on a $1,000 account. That would be 10% a year just on one symbol alone, right? But I'm going to show you that what we do is we diversify. We use multiple expert advisors. We use multiple symbols so that we can attain 50 to 100% a year or more, right? If we take it easy and target 50% a year, you might be surprised that you're going to make 100% or more per year because you're not trying to overextend yourself and expose yourself to too much risk. Okay, so let's look at this now. So that's about 10%, right? $736 divided by 7 is about 10% a year. And as you can see here, we had about it says 17%, but it's actually a 22% drawdown, maximum of drawdown. And as you can see here, we had that COVID period here, and that's where that happened during 2020. And so there's another spike here in 2021 when the markets were going ballistic with COVID. And as we can see here, this is going to be the Euro USD, and this is what it would look like as well, testing at the 7 years on a 0.05 lot size. And if you look just on this one symbol, you'll also get actually more like 12% a year. So if we get your calculator out and you just divide basically 846 divided by 7 years, you'd get $120 a year profit. That would be 12% per year. So now we're at just 22% a year just with those two symbols using a 0.05 lot size. Now let's take a look at the New Zealand Japanese yen. This is what it would look like in a 7-year test as well, 0.05 lot size, and you're looking at $843. Let me see what the other one was. It's 846 on the euro, 843, which is also 12%. So you combine 12 is 24, and 10%, you've got 34% gains per year just on 3 symbols using the Big Ass Candle Expert Advisor, right? That's just using 3 symbols. That's it. So as you can see, you don't need a lot of expert advisors. You don't need a lot of symbols to trade with to achieve your results. But as you see, if you look at some of our live accounts, you're going to see that we trade a lot of different expert advisors and only a couple symbols on each of them. But we use a lower lot size on that so we can reduce our risk and, diversify across so many symbols. And as you can see here, if you were to test this expert advisor out on all Forex symbols, just the majors and the minors, we're not doing any exotics here, you'll see here that you can achieve in 7 years $2,224 if you traded all these symbols, ranging from drawdown of 4% down up to as high as 28.9% drawdown per symbol. So you got to be careful using these on the lower side here. As you can see, that the very, very top symbols here have very low drawdowns, all under 10% drawdown, which is great because they're typically not impossible, but rarely will they draw down at the same time. But they could. As you can see here in the settings, you'll see we have the best symbols in the beginning with the lowest drawdowns. Those are the Australian USD, Euro USD, and New Zealand Japanese yen. Those first three symbols are the ones that we were talking about, where if you were to add put a 0.05 lot size here, you'd have to change the initial lot, the grid lot, increment, and the max lot to 0.05 here. And then you would also need to, that's what you need to, change the profit dollars from $1 to $5, right? To get that result that we were looking at before. Okay, well, hope this expert advisor will help you achieve many profits in the years to come. Thank you for joining me every day. Have a wonderful day and happy trading.